Hello, and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Okay. It's crazy how so many of these men want to be alpha men. Oh, and hi. Yeah, first, let me use my manners. Hi, hello, how are you? I am the Handicapable Black Woman. I am a children's book author, activity book creator, soon to be a urban fantasy adult author, and I talk everything from current events, politics, about bigotry, racism. Yeah, the River of Racism episodes are quite interesting. You know. And I sprinkle petty within all of it. It adds more flavor, you know. And so, yeah, I talk about so many other things as well. And very soon, I'm going to be having my Patreon up finally, where I'm going to be showing the absolutely awful, like, I don't even know how to. Well, basically, the bigotry, hatred, ignorance, and stuff that I get off dating apps meant like I have dating standards because after my awful, terrible dating life, I was like, you know what? I have to have standards because I I can't risk wasting any more of my life with men that are a waste of my time. And then the men who would be a waste of my time keep writing me and then telling me it's my fault and that I should just settle with a man even though we have nothing in common. Literally, men tell me to date the opposite because the opposite would probably want me and it doesn't matter. And then some men tell me that politics don't matter, so I should get over it and date a Republican anyway. Or they try to tell me that there's more single, like conservative men, so I have a better chance. It's just like I didn't ask for your advice and I don't want to date you. And especially so a lot of the men who try to tell me that I need to date the opposite or they try to give me the advice, they're like, okay, I'm gonna sound real shallow, but they sting my eyes. Eyes like I don't want to look at them. I don't. And I'm not saying I'm beautiful or pretty or anything. Like I have like the lowest self esteem, but part like it's like I, even if I'm ugly, I still wouldn't. Mm-mm. No. But yeah, you'll be able to see all like, and I think I have over 300 screenshots of like some of these men. They acted like after they dropped out of college, they had to make it up to me and catch up because they wrote paragraphs, and some of them because with Meet Me and Scout. Ooh, it's like, yeah, those dating apps have some of the most interest. They have a lot of prisoners, a lot of ex-cons. They do. I didn't know that because I got onto it because during COVID and especially I just broke up with my 7-year ex. Oh yeah, listen to those episodes. Yeah, Mr. No Heart. He has no heart, like literally. Anyway, but it's just a lot of those guys. It's like they write me, and I'm like, instead of writing me, you should be looking for a woman that you're compatible with. You see that I don't want a guy that's been in prison, and I don't want to date a Republican, a MAGA, or 47 like lover. No, we would not get along. Like, and part of me is like, why would I date someone and I know it's never gonna work out? Why? And then some of them are like, you can marry us. You can marry. Like, you're so stupid. You don't realize we're the better of the men. We would get divorced so quick. We would get divorced so quick. Oh, that would be a good song. Okay. Anyway, it's like, yeah, if you guys want to write some of the lyrics to what that song would be in the messages below, that would be tight. Anyway, um, but it's like a lot of these men, they want to tell women that we are just supposed to be submissive, that they know everything. They try to be this alpha male while they are absolutely uneducated, stupid, ignorant, and just naive, but they want to act like they are dominant. They want to act like they're leaders, but leaders have to have some knowledge within the area that they're trying to lead, or they have to hire the people who have that knowledge or partner up with the people who have that knowledge. And a lot of men, that can never be their woman, that can never be their girlfriend, that can never be their wife or daughter. Yep, I said it. It's like parts of me wonders, why did you date this woman? Like, and a lot of men have told me they don't want a smart woman. It's like I've told you guys several times, men have told me, you're either going to grad school or you're going to date me, but I'm not going to date some chick that's going in grad school. I don't want a smart woman. But I've had that over and over and over again, especially black men. And yes, I will keep putting black men on blast because black men wake up. Black men wake up. It's like, because especially like watch this video because oh, she's amazing. She has me laughing in a lot of her videos because she shows examples and I connect to them so well because some of these women were going through the LA fires, and I hope the best for them. I hope they're safe and everything like that, especially with the men that they are dating. Oh, I hope they're safe because if I was dating, like, I would have left him. I would have left him. So yeah, it's like if I was married to him, my mother-in-law would be calling me, dogging me out because I left him, and I wouldn't be regretting it whatsoever, because some of the ladies, they've been listening to the weather and the news and watching, getting updates about the fire and everything, and then they're hearing that it's getting closer to where they live. So then like they pack, they're packing and getting the dogs or the pets together. They get like, oh, okay, I'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, the pets, ooh, there's one that hilarious. But they're getting everything together and the man's just sitting out doing whatever. He's being lazy. He's And then one of them, he won't trust his girlfriend or wife or whatever. He's going to ask the neighbor next door, the male neighbor next door. And to me, I'm just like, so when a lot of men tell me that, especially from the church, ugh, it's like women are supposed to be submissive and all this other stuff. But then you end up dating and marrying a man who doesn't trust your guidance, doesn't trust your input, doesn't trust that maybe you've been looking up and researching and gaining the knowledge for the both of you so that maybe you can trust her at least occasionally. Maybe you should have married somebody other than her being beautiful, but maybe you married someone that is intellectual and has good engagement and has good knowledge and good skills to know when is a good time to leave a fire. When the fire is close enough to the point where you're like, okay, let's pack, let's go, let's leave safely. But then the guy's like, no, the neighbor next door, he's not leaving. We're good. We're safe. We're okay. And or oh well, yeah, the neighbor guy says yeah, they're getting ready too. They're looking out. And it's just like, so you're gonna listen to him over her. That will never be me. Because like Mr. No Heart used to pull some crap like that. Because especially like I told you guys about the recycling story. Recycling. He was so upset with me because like I'm a nerd. I've watched documentaries. I read articles, and there's even YouTube videos that talk about how to take care of your recyclables, how to make sure that they're clean and everything, because or they end up in the dumpster. That just kind of defeats the purpose of recycling and how saving the planet and everything like that. So but no, he didn't believe me. He wanted me to be quiet. He wanted me to shut up. So he slams his fist on the table on his computer desk. And there were other times where, even trying to start the business, he didn't want to take my advice. When it came to, oh, yeah, one of his children was throwing away her homework, refusing to do the work, about to drop out, and everything like that. And so then his ex wife decides, I'm going to move to a different school district. And before they can like this other school can tell them, oh, she failed this grade, we're going to get her into the next grade. And oh, that was hilarious, because like throughout like the school year, I'd be like, oh, here are some educational activities maybe she can do, because I was trying to be like, okay, well, maybe to catch her up to make sure she's on grade level, we can do A, B, and C and stuff like that. He didn't want to, like, no, ignored me. And but then she continued throwing away her homework. And I mean, I hope it got better now, but it's like sometimes, like, I mean, it got to a point where I just sit on the, I mind my business. I acted like the 92%, which I am a part of. Yeah, oh, I need to make a Girl Scout. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to make Girl Scout badges for us. 92%. But okay, back to the subject. It's just, he did not believe me. He would never, like, sometimes I know he hated that I have 3 degrees. He hates that I have 3 certifications. He hates that I work as hard as I can. He hates that I wrote my rough draft of my novel. And so it's like watching this video right here, watching how these men, they 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 didn't want to hear from their woman. They didn't want to respect her enough to hear her piece, to hear her side of the story, to hear her input, to hear what she knows, to like, and if you see her packing, maybe you need to start packing. Because like I said, if I had already packed, if I already got the pets together, if I have everything together and he's being lazy, but then I see that fire's getting closer and closer, nah. You wanna lead? Yeah, it's like, well, never mind. I was about to say something, but no. Oh, I was like, you can lead your neighbor in prayer while the fire takes over the house. That's what you can do. Okay. Okay. Because it's ridiculous. He didn't trust her. And that's the crazy thing. Like, men get mad at women for not following what they say or taking their orders or whatever. But submission, that's a different definition. And but so many men, they get that from the Bible, and they take it as power, and they take it as women are property. And it's like some of them, they enjoy being a man so much because being a man means that your word is the final. And that's one reason it's like, I'm never going to get married and you never have to worry about me getting married. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. Because even dating Mr. Lakaki, the man who till this day tells his friends and family that he never met my parents, but he forgets to say why. He could never stay clean for over 90 days, and I told him he had to be clean for at least 90 days. It was 120, but then I was like, baby steps. Okay, if he can at least do 90 days, maybe he can meet them. But then after that, it's like 120 before he can come back or whatever, because I have to make sure. But he never made the 90 days, so I knew he was never going to make the 120. But then also, he wanted to come during winter months so he can wear the huge jacket so he could be able to steal from my parents, because he knows how hard my parents work and things like that. And so he wanted to take advantage of my parents and steal from them. Because he would even ask me, especially when he was drunk and stuff like that, about different things around my parents' house. And when I refused to answer, it's like it's like at first his grandmother didn't catch on, but then she realized what he was doing after. But at first she was like, "Why aren't you telling him? Maybe he's just interested." And I'm looking at her like, he's trying to find out what he can steal. But it's like it finally dawned on her, because I forgot what he asked. But then everything kind of came together to the point where she's like, "That's none of your business. Why are you asking her that?" And I'm just like, finally. It's like, cause he steals from you all the time. This should be clicking. He steals from your wallet, your purse, your property, the pawn. Like, he goes to the pawn shop with your stuff. Huh? Oh yeah, and if you want to know how we ended up dating, go back to Dating Nightmares. He literally blackmailed me. So go back to those episodes because I never wanted to date him, but I ended up. I'm like, oh, at least I have a safe space to finish my second master's. It wasn't safe, but it was. It wasn't safe, but it was safe. That doesn't make sense to you right now, but listen, if you once you listen to the episodes, you'll understand why. So anyway, it's crazy how these men keep wanting us to follow them and to do as they say and to be submissive. But then most of them are not worth being submissive to. And like I said earlier, like with my dating profile, I say no Republicans because, okay, example, the COVID vaccine. Do you like, oh, I have so many to post on Patreon for that. Like so many of these men call me stupid, idiot for getting vaccinated. But if I was to date and marry them and have their children, then if I had to do the whole Christian submissive wife thing, they might tell me that I'm not allowed to get the children vaccinated since they're the man. Nah, see that's where divorce comes through because I'm gonna do it behind their back. I wouldn't even care, not at all. And then what else? Oh, with the whole pro life thing. Yeah, if I'm having complications with the baby and I'm about to lose my life, and he's just like, oh, well, oh, yeah, because back to the vaccination. There was one guy who, he, like, during streaming and everything, he was like, he was so interested in me, but then I realized he didn't even read my profile to realize he didn't match my preferences or whatever. But anyway, we're talking and I mentioned that I'm vaccinated and then he calls me stupid. And then he was like, if you're gonna die, die. If you get COVID, just enjoy the rest of your life and die. And I'm like, oh, but do you tell people that get cancer? Do you tell them not to get chemo? No, don't say like because then like one of his family members is fighting cancer and I'm just like, oh, you're ignorant and you're such an idiot. And so then I start listing other examples, and then he tells me to shut up and calls me out my name. But yeah, men keep saying politics don't matter, that doesn't matter, vaccination doesn't matter. It's like, shut up. Shut up. It's like if it doesn't matter, then go date somebody who also thinks it doesn't matter. But men, for some reason, that does they know they don't meet my preferences. They come to me, message me, and try to tell me that I'm wrong. They tell me that I need to listen to them. And then when I tell them, no, we're just going to agree to disagree, then some of them come back and show their true Republican like side and they start calling me the N word, a slave, and so many other things out my name. But especially when they call me the N word, I'm like, oh, you are Republican. Oh, yeah, you're Republican. Okay, I got you. I understand. Yeah, yeah. Because there was one guy who, again, didn't read my profile, and I remember that's when after, I think it was a couple other guys later, but I kept like looking at my profile, like, is it something that I state wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? So that's when I created the bullet points that currently have. I think that was the November of 2022 or whatever. But before that, I had something else written or whatever. But I made sure to say that vaccinated and stuff like that or whatever. But after he keeps telling me, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I have to talk to you. Oh, it's like I really want to take you out. Oh, I'm gonna treat you like a queen. And we exchange numbers because at first I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. But he's like, please just give me a chance. We exchange numbers, but then we start talking. But then I was like, oh yeah, it's like I just got vaccinated and stuff like that. And he's like, what? You're that? He said the R word. Yeah, retard. Yeah, called me that several times. And I was just shocked. I was like, what? And I was like, you must have not read my profile. I was like, in my profile, I say that I only date vaccinated because it's like a lot of men were like, after like that first, I didn't think the vaccination was going to be that big of a political issue. And so guys would write me, and then they would like, you're beautiful, or oh my gosh, can I take you out? And but then once got to the vaccination topic, oh, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you got vaccinated, oh, you're gonna die soon, and all other stuff. It's just like, or some men told me they wish I will, but that's a different story for a different day. Oh, and actually, I got the screenshots of those too. I have so much downloading to do. Literally, I have so much downloading to do because I'm going down memory lane, and yeah. But anyway, so the next morning, I'm like, okay, I'm done with, like, I think we're not going to have anything else to do with each other. But then he decides to start messaging me MAGA news. And, oh, this is what the vaccine's going to do to you. This is why you're stupid. And just like he sends me like 3 to 5 articles. I forgot how many articles, but I know there are at least 3 articles. And so then I'm like, okay, this is what you think. I don't know. It's like I'm looking at where he gets the stories from, and I'm just like, this is all like, what was that football player's name that brags about not getting vaccinated? But it all sounded like it came from people like him. I don't know his name. What I was like, all I know is like he's not attractive. He's not stimulating. He's not he found his talent on the field. Congratulations. That's how. Yeah. But anyway. So I'm just like, okay, can we just drop it? It's like we don't agree. We're not going to agree. So, and next thing I know, he starts calling me the N word, calls me the R word, calling me every, like, the B word, C word, like and then he starts saying even the insulting word for the Jewish population. And I'm like, I'm not Jewish. Like, okay, like, I are you just bored, or like, what's going on? I'm so confused. Or did you run out of vocabulary? Because I know the average reading level in America is third grade, so part of me is just thinking like he must have ran out of words, because like he ran out of insults for me. So now he has to go to other demographics and borrow those to try to test those out on me. And he said that one so many times I had to ask, is that your favorite word? And his response was, yeah, just like the N word. And he spelled it out each time with the N word. And so I was petty. I started writing some stuff too about the Republican Party. I'm like, okay, yeah, Mrs. Obama says when they go low, you go high. Not like, with this no good, trifling idiot who's such an ignorant, bigoted fool. And it's like, if you see you're not compatible with me, this is why you should read profiles. But it's idiots like this, idiot, because even on Facebook dating, so many times men would try to say they're interested in me and they have nothing about their politics, but I do. So I think, okay, they must have read my profile, whatever. But then afterwards, they're like, oh, you don't like 47 or whatever, so it's not going to work out. Oh, I didn't know you were slow because you don't believe in MAGA. So, and I'm just like, you're the, look, you're calling me slow? You're the one who can't read. You're the one that's so lazy that you're not going to look at someone's profile to verify or make sure. It's like you just want to go based off of face. It's like personality goes with face. And if you're not willing to find that out, then you must not be that, like, well, I'll stop right there. I'll stop right there. But I just think it's crazy, like, with these fires and with the examples, this, like, oh, okay. The funny part. I'm probably gonna have a part two to this because I have more. But the cat. Okay, yeah. Before you listen to part two, the cat is hilarious because that cat is just like, she keeps yelling, "Let's get the crap out of here. Screw him. Leave him. I don't care about him. You're the one that feeds me anyway. I don't really care. I will scratch him The next time he comes in, I will scratch him. Like that is like she. I mean, the way she is meowing is the most hilarious thing ever. Because like while the woman is on the camera talking and everything, the cat is just like meowing over and over. Like, get out of here. I don't care. I don't care about him. I don't like him. You can get divorced. Let's go. It's like you'll find better. Remember that guy from your high school, whatever, blah blah blah. Remember that guy from the cafe? Oh yeah, he likes. Yeah, skip him. Let's go. Okay, I don't care. So and shoot and. Then there's a dog in there too, so it's just like before he turns into a hot dog, and let's go. I don't care. And before I become strings to a violin, so. But anyway, it's like yeah, I'll probably do a part two to this topic another time, but yeah, so many men think that they are a leader just because of what's in their pants. But you have to develop and learn how to be a leader, and you have to trust the people around you. If you can't trust the people around you, then they shouldn't be around you. But most men, they only want to date a pretty face and they don't want her to be smart. They don't want her to be smart. So I just question, why can't you handle a smart woman? Is that because you're such a weak man? The answer is yes. But okay, well, before I go, just know that to be a leader or to be a boss, that takes skills. And if you're a boss or a leader, that means there's people that are going to be under you. And that means you need to trust the people that are under you, because if you don't trust them, why do you have them in the first place? And if you're going to date someone, that's a relationship. And to me, the boss relationship should switch back and forth, because sometimes a woman's going to know exactly what to do, how to do, and everything. So I feel like the trust, like a man, some men want just a pretty face, and they don't want her to talk. And some women just want a certain amount of inches or whatever, and I mean salary or whatever too, but I don't know, part of me just feels like leadership is a key thing, because as you get older, beauty fades and the relationship alters and changes. And once you live with that person, or especially like if you have kids and then the kids get older and they move out and everything, and you're with that person alone, and then even with those kids, like how are you going to parent as a team if he only hired you because you have a pretty face? Is he going to be a true leader in the household, or is he just going to boss you around? Because there's a difference between a boss and a leader. Boss, people who want to be the boss want the power. People who lead are more empathetic, gracious, and things like that. So there's key components that make a huge difference on a boss and a leader. I want to date a leader, and I want to date a leader that trusts me. And there was one video where I was just like, yeah, it's like if most men could do this, then maybe more women would be submissive, because they were like, the woman was like, yeah, he asked for my input. He asked what I would suggest. And yeah, that's why. So that's why I'm like, when ladies, be submissive, because like, no, 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 no. A lot of men don't do that. A lot of men like, listen to this video and you'll understand. But most men don't care what a woman says or does, and they hate if a woman's smart. But in the messages, tell me what you think that cat is saying. Tell me what you think that cat is saying, because oh my gosh, that cat is acting like some of our aunties during Thanksgiving, especially after 2 glasses of wine. She is just like, leave him, do this, do that. I don't like him anyway. Like, or that's just my opinion, but you guys tell me what you think, because I was like, I had to rewatch that part because I was so engaged. I was like, what is she saying? It's like, because I mean, she's telling you to leave. She's telling you to leave, but for some reason, like, she's just like, why don't you leave him? So, or maybe she knows something The mom doesn't. Maybe like, well, no, I won't go there, but you know. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.